I'll camp in Wamnyoro village for 45 days to start exhaustive and extensive consultations with my supporters and opinion leaders and stakeholders on the formula of identifying a single presidential candidate to face President William Ruto. Following the High Court ruling, my 60-member caucus of elders and professionals, including the clergy and the youth who advise me on political, social, and economic issues on a daily basis, held a virtual meeting last night following the judgment that was reached by the 3 judges. And now they have instructed me as follows: that the work of political mobilization to remove President William Ruto from office is complete, and there is no need for further political mobilization. They have now tasked me to engage of what in their view is of utmost priority: the identification of a single presidential candidate to face President William Ruto. They have asked me to move to Wamnyoro and meet stakeholders, opinion leaders, and all the people who matter in our political formation to seek their mandate and authority to initiate negotiations with my core principles with a view of identifying a single presidential candidate. They have instructed me that having a single presidential candidate against President William Ruto is not negotiable and is the only way to liberate this country. And they have asked me to stick to that commitment. And I therefore want to assure the people of Kenya that regarding Gachagua, on instructions from his supporters, who are in millions, nearly 10 million people, who will lead from the front to identify a single presidential candidate to face President William Ruto. From our corner, we have 2 plans, Plan A and B, that we shall discuss with the stakeholders for 45 days. You will not see me anywhere in public rallies. I will be in Wamnyoro, doing very, very serious, extensive consultations, because this is critical for the country. It's extremely critical for the country. We have 2 plans. Plan A is to mobilize support from across the country in the event that my colleagues and the formula we shall agree on favor me as the presidential flag bearer. Plan B, in the event that the formula does not favor me as a single presidential candidate, to get mandate from my supporters to, jointly with the other core principles, identify a single presidential flag bearer to face President William Ruto. I want to reiterate and firmly state to the people of Kenya that I remain committed to work with my colleagues in the United Alternative Government towards the cause of a single presidential flag bearer. I remain hopeful that I will be that candidate for the election of the presidency. I have the capacity and the muscle, I have the infrastructure and the presidential experience, I have the necessary networks and great mobilization capacity, numbers behind me, and a very good strategy for the presidential campaign. However, if any of my other colleagues is agreed upon, I give a very firm commitment to the people of Kenya that I, regarding Gachagua, and 10 million supporters behind me, we shall rally behind the agreed candidate to a man, and I, regarding Gachagua, will lead the presidential campaign, and I will lead in the political mobilization that has never been seen in the history of independent Kenya to make William Ruto a one-term president and restore the Kenyan nation and save the Kenyan nation from corruption, conflicts of interest, state capture, erosion of democracy, extrajudicial killings, wanton sale of public assets, and the embarrassment that our country has faced for meddling in our foreign policy. I want to say we must get back our nation. I want to say that Kenyans have lost far too much to be quantified, and we cannot lose more. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka kuhakikishia Wakenya ya kwamba safari ya kutafuta